What if the next big leap in innovation at work came from leaning into the very things that make us all different? Today, we're diving into how artificial intelligence could help unlock one of the most overlooked, most powerful talent pools in our society. So let's get right into it.
Okay, to really get why this is so important, just look at this number, 85%. That's the estimated unemployment rate for high-functioning autistic adults, just in the US. And look, that's not just a statistic on a screen. It's a massive loss of human potential. It's a problem we really have to solve. And that 85%, it really points to a huge misunderstanding of what's going on. The issue isn't a lack of talent. It's what we could call a neurodiversity gap in our workplaces. It's this enormous, untapped pool of incredible people that most companies are just missing out on. So what are we even talking about when we say neurodiversity? Well, it's actually a pretty simple but really powerful idea. All of our brains are just wired differently. It's a term that covers a whole range of conditions, things like autism, ADHD, and dyslexia. The key thing to remember is that it's a totally normal part of being human, not some kind of exception.
And just how common is this? Well, estimates suggest that somewhere between 15 and 20% of the entire global population is neurodivergent. Think about that. That's almost 1 out of every 5 of us. So we're not talking about a small, niche group here. This is a huge and vital part of our communities and, of course, our workplaces. There's this really powerful metaphor that sums up what it's like for so many neurodivergent people. They feel like square pegs being shoved into round holes. I mean, just imagine navigating a world that was pretty much built for a different kind of brain, constantly being forced into systems and ways of doing things that just don't fit.
But what if technology could actually help reshape those round holes? And this is where AI comes in. It presents this incredible opportunity to start bridging that divide and create workplaces that are genuinely more inclusive for everyone.
Okay, let's just take the hiring process as an example. On one hand, you've got traditional recruiting. It's so often about subjective things, right? A firm handshake, the right amount of eye contact, body language, and that can unintentionally screen out brilliant neurodivergent candidates. But on the other hand, AI-powered recruiting can flip that script entirely, shifting the focus to objective skills-based tests. It creates a much more level playing field.
And this support doesn't just stop when someone's hired. Not at all. Think about AI as a kind of personal assistant for every single employee. It can handle reminders, it can summarize long meetings, help you write emails, and even help decode the subtle, unspoken communication styles of your colleagues. These tools are out there right now, and they can be a total game changer. But, and this is a big but, it's not some magic fix. AI can be a real double-edged sword. If we're not super careful, this amazing tool could actually end up reinforcing the very same biases we're trying so hard to get rid of. Which leads us to a really critical question. If an AI is trained on data from our current, often biased, hiring practices, could it just learn all those bad habits and actually make things worse? It's a serious risk. It's very real. You see, part of the problem is a big gap in our focus. When you hear people talk about AI ethics, the conversation, and rightly so, is often about avoiding bias based on race and gender. But disability and neurodiversity, they often get left out of that mainstream conversation. Get ready for this number because it is just wild. A review back in 2019 looked at over 1,600 academic articles on AI ethics. They found that disability-related keywords popped up a grand total of 11 times. 11. That's an absolutely massive blind spot, and one we have to fix. So what do we do? Where do we go from here? Well, the solution isn't to give up on AI. It's to build it better. The path forward is all about pairing our most advanced technology with our most human quality, empathy. So the game plan really has 3 crucial steps. First, we have to acknowledge the gaps in our data and then actually fix them. Second, we need to co-create these AI solutions. That means purposefully bringing neurodiverse people into the design and testing process from the very beginning. And finally, we have to remember that technology is a tool. It's there to help, not to replace actual human understanding and empathy. Because when you boil it all down, this isn't just about fairness. Making our workplaces more neurodiverse is just a smart business strategy. It brings new talents, new ways of thinking to the table, and, maybe most importantly, it is absolutely our collective moral imperative. We are at this incredible moment in time. Technology, and especially AI, has basically handed us a completely new playbook for building truly inclusive workplaces that empower everyone. The only question left to ask is, are we ready to use it?